What's up, guys? Today we're going to discuss the next piece of the puzzle, the next section of the soccer machine speed triangle, which is stride length and frequency. And what that means, for those of you that don't know those terms, stride length is the distance between your front foot and your back foot when you're running, and frequency is how many times it strikes the ground, or the repetitions. It's important to talk about this because in soccer you're constantly changing from long strides to short strides, so you need to know why it's important, and you need to know how to take it into consideration when you're training. Okay, there is one key point that I want you to take in from all of this, which is that you can be faster with longer strides, but you have more control with shorter ones. So in order to better understand this, we can kind of view the playing styles of the two best players in the world right now, Cristiano and Messi. Cristiano is kind of known for longer strides, more powerful, explosive player. One of his techniques, if you guys have watched him play, is he hits the ball into open space and then he sprints after it. Because when he sends that ball into open space, it allows him to have better mechanics to sprint to it without being limited by having to touch the ball every single time. So that's him taking advantage of his longer strides. Messi, on the other hand, is very efficient in changing his stride length. So you'll see him doing the little touches, and then right from the little touches he can go into a full, almost lunge, a stride. So he can gain speed really quickly, but then he can take it down and control the ball very effectively. And there are several ways that you can use this knowledge to your advantage. One of them, probably the main one, is if you want to increase your top speed, you have to take a look at both your stride length and your frequency. So if you notice that you take very quick steps, but they're not very long, then you know that by increasing your stride length, you can increase your overall top speed. There are various exercises to increase your stride length. I will probably upload some later in this particular playlist, but for now you can search bounding, or you can just search how to increase your stride length. These are terms mainly used in track and in running sports, so there is definitely a lot you can get on the internet right now on increasing your stride length and increasing your frequency. Okay, and of course another important thing to realize is that when you take longer strides, it's going to be harder for you to keep control of the ball. So if your team is trying to possess the ball, it's not a good idea to be taking long strides, because you're more likely to lose the ball. So also, if you are on a breakaway from a defender, you don't want to be taking small touches, because that's going to lower your overall speed. So make sure to have that in mind, and make sure to apply it in the specific situation that you're in. Okay, and another important thing to note is that when you're turning, or when you're changing direction, or even slowing down, your stride length decreases, which kind of brings us to our next key point in the soccer machine speed triangle, which is directional control. Okay, so you guys have probably watched the video Ronaldo tested to the limit, where he races a sprinter first in a straight line and he loses, and then they put a series of cones which they have to maneuver around, and Ronaldo wins. And this is because soccer players have to be very efficient in turning. A lot of you are already naturally efficient from years of playing soccer, but it is important to look at the little things that happen when turning to be even more efficient, to increase your turning capabilities as much as possible. Okay, so there are two main things that help you with directional control. The first one, we already discussed it, which is decreasing your stride length as you're turning. Because when you think about it, if you're turning and you continue having those long strides, you're going to be off balance and you're going to be doing a very wide turn. And as you decrease your stride length, then you can turn a lot sharper. And the second thing you have to think about is getting low when you're turning. This is to prevent injury, and also it actually makes you turn faster. It's more mechanically efficient. You can generate more power from a lower athletic position. So keep these things in mind. Okay guys, and those are the three things in the soccer machine speed triangle: mechanics, directional control, and stride length and frequency. I know I kind of rushed by them, but it was just meant to be an introduction. Later I will have more information on this. If this is interesting to you, Do some research. Also, try to find ways to apply it to your own training. I'll see you guys next time. Monday, we're moving on to agility.